The CBO yesterday said that the budget deficit totaled 1.7 trillion, which is an increase from 300 billion from last year. Why did the deficit increase if the U.S. economy is doing so well, as President Biden has said?
So a couple of things. As you know, the president has, when it comes to the deficit, he has done a record amount of work in reducing the deficit, as you just laid out. One of the things that we have seen is that congressional Democrats continue to do the trickle-down economics, which we know it doesn't work, right? We've heard it's called meganomics, right? And so it has increased the deficit. It has increased even more than it was anticipated. And so this is what we believe is Maganomics deficit. And the reason why, just a couple of things to lay out here, if you think about the Republican tax cuts, they are responsible for about 90% of the increase in the debt as a share of the economy, and that's over the last 2 decades, right? This is for some time now, and that's including that one-time emergency spending. And so if you look at 2023, the increase, as you just laid out, the falling tax revenue caused 63% of the increase in the deficit, and the non-interest spending was not responsible for the increase in the deficit in 2023, but it's causing just 6% of the increase. So that's how we see this, the numbers from the CBO. That's how we kind of break it down. That's how it's been broken down, and how we see why the deficit has increased. Again, this is decades and decades, if you think about it, of trickle-down economics that just doesn't work. It doesn't work, and we see that in the numbers from yesterday. Okay.
House Republicans are suggesting that another CR bill could be needed, potentially into next year. Would the president support such a bill and delaying this appropriations process again?
I'm not going to get ahead or get into the hypotheticals of how Congress is doing their business. Obviously, the House Republicans have to figure out who's going to be the next leader. As the president said, he doesn't have a vote in that. They have to make that decision as they're moving forward in figuring that out. But what we want to see is what we want to see happening is that we want the House and Congress to get back to work, so that we can deliver for the American people. I'm not going to get into hypotheticals, not going to get into their process here, but certainly they're trying to figure it out right now in the chaos that they've caused.